Hey everybody watching the channel that nobody watches, James B. Carter, and I am your host, unfortunately for you, James B. Carter. And today I am drawing Rey from Star Wars The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi. Same outfit, but you know what, let's make it The Force Awakens because I really did not like The Last Jedi. Yes, I'm one of those haters. Yes, God, I've been a lifelong Star Wars fan, but I cannot accept the way they took Luke's character. I can't accept it. I'm a big baby. Through speed, manipulation, and editing, and modern technology, we are now at the painting phase of the drawing. I use watercolor. If I sound a little sick, it's because I am. So if you hear the sniffles and hear me sniffing and all that stuff, it's because I am sick. It's been freezing here. -11, -20. Crazy weather for Indiana. So, no, it's not an exact likeness. It's not exactly like the photo, but if you want a photo, just buy a photo. And I kind of lay everything in blocky, big and blocky and loose and sloppy. And I come back in with my Faber-Castell pen brush and kind of tighten everything up. But I don't necessarily think it looks better if you just completely stay in the lines all the time. That's kind of my style, I guess. By the way, the collars in real life look a little bit different. Something to do with these lamp lights that are on my architect table and the way they interact with my web camera. Sort of throw the collars. She looks a little yellow here, a little jaundice. And that's not how the actual drawing looks. Now I get these pins at Target and they're better than microns. I can't use a micron. I love the idea of a micron, but the second that I start using a micron, bam, it goes out of ink. And it may be because I need something a little bit more hardy, like because I draw on top of watercolor. People always think that, oh, here I'm laying in the background. People always think that, well, lay in the ink first, and then you don't have to worry about wasting your marker. Yeah, but when you go on top of it with watercolor, it turns blue. So that's not going to work for me. Laying in the background. Everything looks super dark at first when you use watercolor. And then it settles in and it's like, it doesn't look that dark. Just have to get used to working with watercolor. I've only been working with watercolor 2 years now, I think. Maybe less than 2 years. I like it. Now I've moved into using the Faber-Castell. This is my favorite tool. If they ever go out of business, I am going to be screwed. Why am I talking about boring, mundane things? Because I have to fill up 9 minutes, and I don't know how I'm going to talk about this piece for 9 minutes, but damn it, I am going to try. If you hear a strange noise in the background, it's the heater, because in my studio, it went black. Because in my studio, I can see my breath. I almost said I could hear my breath. If I could hear my breath, that would be amazing. But I guess my technique is add and take away, add and take away, add and take away. That's the way it's always been. Even before art school. Thing is, you've got to love drawing. If you want to be an artist, you have to love drawing. Some people think this is a beard I'm drawing on. I went too dark with the shadow here. It does. If you look at it from the right perspective, it does look like she has a Ming from Flash Gordon type Pike beard there. But no, it's a shadow. I love these whiteout pins. They're so much fun. They add so much character to the drawing, highlights and things of that nature. A little bit of business. My page is starting to get up and going, but you can order commissions from my page, which is jamesbcarter.com. You can always find me on YouTube, and please hit subscribe and press that like button. Okay, now that we have that business out of the way, yeah, just add and take away, add and take away, add and take away until you get what you like. I used to make my living as a concept comic book designer. I did it for about 10 years. Never did anything like watercolors or anything like that. I would just design random characters for backgrounds and stuff, so the artist on the project wouldn't have to worry about it or think about it. It would just be there. And that went away. And I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then I started watching Jeff Lafferty, and he has a whole different style. He has like an ultra realistic style. It's really great. It's like kind of a Frazetta style. I wish I could do that style. I just can't. But he quit his job and started becoming a professional artist. And again, because like me, he used to be a professional artist and had to find something else for a while. And I'm doing these commissions, and it's like I'm making a living at it now. I'm making a living at art again, and it's great. I can't charge as much for my stuff as Jeff or some of these other guys because it's a different style. Mine's more of a cartoony style, and these other artists, they have a more ultra realistic style, and it takes a lot longer and has a lot more detail than what I do. But I appreciate Jeff, and watching his lead, I was like, if Jeff can do it, I might give it a shot. Laying in some shadows here. Just want to thank everybody who's been buying my commissions. My God, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. My family appreciates it. What am I doing? I'm taking a super long break here. And this is sped up. Maybe I went to the bathroom. I don't know. Maybe the phone rang. Even my lines are kind of sloppy. Everything I do is just like, I used to be so finicky about every single line, and then I thought, I don't care. I'm just going to lay it in loose. Gonna lay it in loose. Loosey-goosey. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm finding my toothbrush so I can lay in my blacks or whites or whatever. I'm laying in the whites first. For this, I usually use gouache. I must admit, I do use a lot of gouache. Gouache is my secret tool. And then I think I flicker in some black here. I just use watercolor. Okay guys, we're near the end of the video and my voice is about to give out. Hopefully it's not strep. Thank you for watching I Draw Ray from the I Draw series, and I would love some more subscribers. I want 1,000 subscribers this year. You guys can help me get there. 1,000! Until next time, keep on clicking.